Welcome, learners, to our mathematics lesson. So we're going to go and start with numbers, operations, and relationships, identifying the number symbols. 72, 800, 445, 969, 760, 331, 245, 687, 9, 514, and 1000. So we are going to read out the following number names: 16, 97, 72, 101, 224. Okay, we're going to go over place value and we are going to recap on decompositioning of three-digit numbers. Remember, when we decompose three-digit numbers, we break it up into hundred, tens, and units. So let's look at the first example. The first example says 634. So what will be our hundred, tens, and units? Yes, our hundreds will be 600, our tens will be 30, and our units will be 4. In the next example, 127, 100 plus 20 plus 7. And in the last one, 789, our hundreds will be 700, our tens will be 80, and our units will be 9. Right, learners, let's look at page 27 in our workbook. It says decompose the following. Remember, we did decomposing of three-digit numbers, and when we decompose a three-digit number, we need to break the numbers up into hundred, tens, and units. So now let's look at our first example there that is done. We have 555. We need to break them up into hundred, tens, and units. So our first number will be our hundreds number. So we will look at our 555, and our hundreds column we will have 500. Our tens column we will have 50, and our units column we will have 5. So the whole breaking up will be 500, which is our hundreds, plus 50, which is our tens, plus 5, which is our units. So now let's recap the value of the digit. So remember, when we say value of the digit, what the digit holds, what value, is it hundreds, is it tens, or is it units? So number 1, 489, the 9 is underlined, so they're asking you for the value of that number. So that number is 9. Number 2, 272, the 2 is underlined, so what's the value of that digit? Yes, it's 200. Number 3, 234, 3 is underlined, so the value of the digit there is 30. The breaking up method, so we are going to recap the 3 steps. We know we have to break up the hundred, tens, and units in the first step. Then the second step, we are going to add, divide, or multiply our hundreds, tens, and units separately. And then our last step is we add all 3 and get our final answer. So let's look at our sum, which it says 39 divided by 3. So how do we work that out? So it's basically telling you that you need to share 39 sweets with 3 people. So we are going to draw 3 blocks, and then we're going to share the sweets. So we are going to look at an easier way to count and share. We have 39, so we can count in tens. So let's give everybody 10, 10, 10. So we have given 10, 10, 10. So that's 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30. We already gave 30 sweets to 3 people. We have 9 sweets left. So how can we split that or share it between 3 people? Yes, we can give each one 3. So if we add, please add your columns to make sure that all your columns and all your blocks and have the same answer. So 10 plus 3 is 13. We can see that all the blocks are equal. So 39 divided by 3 is 13. Okay, learners, let's look at page 27 in our work pack. It says division. Now, when we're doing division, we must remember that division also means share. So let's read our instruction and the question. Use the blocks to show your working of how you divided. Our question is, number 1, 27 divided by 3. So what is this question asking us? It is asking us to share 27 by 3. So first we are going to draw our 3 blocks, and now we are going to share our 27. So now when we are sharing 27, we can count in tens. Can we count in tens? Let's try. 10, 20, 30. No, we cannot count in tens because it's more than the number that we are looking for. We are looking to share 27. Can we count in fives? Let's try it. 5, 10, 15. Yes, we can count in fives. Now let's give each column 1, 1, 1, 1. So if we give 1 to the first column, it will be 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 15. Plus 1 is 16. Now we are going to continue counting from 16, but we are going to give each block 1, 1. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So now each block we shared it equally with our total number of 27. So now let's look in the first block and see how much is in one block. So 5 plus 1 is 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, we have 9 in the first block. Let's count the second block and see if we get the same number. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, the second block has the same number. Now we only need to count the third block, and let's hope the third block has the same number as well. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, now all the blocks have equal numbers in them. The first block has 9, the second block has 9, and the third block has 9. So we know that we shared 27 equally. Now let's check. If we add 9 plus 9 plus 9 will equal to 27. Yes, it does. So 27 divided by 3 is equal to 9. Problem solving sums. Let's look at our problem solving sum. Dennis bought 245 toy cars. He has 346 toy cars already. How many toy cars does he have altogether? What do you think this problem solving question is asking us to do? Which word tells us? Yes, altogether. It tells us that we need to add 245 to 346. So we can use a lot of methods to work out the sum. But if we use the breaking up method, it will be, first we have to write our sum, which is 245 plus 346. Now remember, when we're using the breaking up method, we have 3 steps. The first step is to break the numbers up into hundred, tens, and units, and add the hundreds together and add the tens together and then add the units together. And then the second step is we add the numbers of our hundred, tens, and units. And our last step, where we get our answer, we have to add our hundred, tens, and units together. So let's work out this sum together. So first we said our first step is to break up our hundred, tens, and units. So if we break up our hundred, tens, and units, it will be 200 plus 300, that is our hundreds, plus our tens will be 40 plus 40, plus our units will be 5 plus 6. And then we said our next step is to add our hundreds, our tens, and our units. So if we add 200 plus 300, it will give us 500, plus 40 plus 40, which is our tens, will give us 80, plus if we add our units, 5 plus 6 is equal to 11. And our last step is to add our 500 plus 80 plus 11 will give us 591. So that is our answer. Now we have to write a number sentence. And our number sentence is 245 plus 346 is equal to 591. Also, learners, we need to write a sentence. Our sentence will be, Dennis has 591 toy cars all together. Learners, let's look at page 28 of our workpack. It says solve these sums. Draw to show you're working. Number 1, Sam collected 345 Hot Wheels toy cars. His grandfather gave him 45 more toy cars. How many toy cars does Sam have altogether? So what is this problem solving sum asking us? It's asking us to add. So when we are adding, we can use the breaking up method for this problem solving sum. So our sum will be 345 plus 45. And we are going to use the same 3 steps where we break up the numbers into hundred, tens, and units, and then where we add all, and then we get our final answer. So if we break up our numbers into hundred, tens, and units, it will be 300. Remember, there is no 100 for 45, so the 300 will just be alone, plus 40 plus 40 plus 5 plus 5. And then our next step, because the 300 is on its own, we just bring it down, and then we add 40 plus 40 is 80, plus 5 plus 5 is 10. And if we add 300 plus 80 plus 10, will give us 390. Now we have to write our number sentence. So our number sentence will be 345 plus 45 is 390. And then we've also got to write a sentence as well, which will be Sam has 390 toy cars altogether. Okay, learners, let's look at page 13, our work packs. It says, look at the pictures below and complete the sentences and questions below. So if we look at the first picture, what is the girl doing? Yes, the girl is rolling the ball. So A, the ball rolls. B, the question says, why doesn't the ball slide? So why do you think the ball does not slide? What's the reason for it? Yes, because the ball does not have corners. The ball is round. And if we look at the third picture, which is C, what is the girl doing there? Yes, the girl is rolling the cylinder, but the cylinder is on its side. So C says the cylinder rolls. And if we look at the last picture, D, can the cylinder also slide? Now, learners, you are going to answer that question on your own. This brings us to the end of our mathematics lesson.